thoughts. Go on, mate.
Yeah, no, I just wanted a certain little conspiracy theory, an alternate theory that I think could be happening
in the multiverse. Now, this is a multiverse theory,
right? Is that Ineos know that there's a big sort of anti-Ten Hag sort of mindset among the fans?
I know you said already. Go on, sorry,
right?
Sorry, go on.
So knowing this, but feeling like they, want to keep him because of the options out there. They can't really see anyone that's really out there. Obviously, he's just won the trophy. They've sort of leaked this Southgate story to, get the fans a little bit more riled up to the point of when they do keep Ten Hag, there's a relief that at least we didn't get Southgate. Do you know what I mean? And then it gets that positivity over there. That's what I'm thinking could be the case.
You need to get off Netflix. You need to get off Netflix.
Wouldn't it make sense though? Would it not make sense? Like if you're Ineos, like what makes more sense to you as a fan? Ineos going, right, we're gonna sack Ten Hag and bring in Southgate, or Ineos going, right, let's leak this Southgate story so fans are relieved when we keep Ten Hag. What makes more sense?
Listen, it sounds like I thought Ineos hired footballing people. The way you're describing them, it looks like they hired Hollywood directors. Because that's just what it sounds like, a big movie that we're living in. Lawless, I'm sorry again. I'm going to say this again. I'm sorry if you guys want me to believe that after we hired all these football decision makers from Ineos, from City, from Southampton, from all these places that we approach these guys, that none of them can sit there and have a network of scouts that have managers on their lists on who is the next big manager to replace Pep, to replace Klopp, to replace Ancelotti, this and that. There's this manager in this country, this manager in the championship. If Chelsea can go and hire a manager from the championship because they think he will do good in the Premier League, if Arsenal can go years ago and hire Arteta because they think he's going to be a good coach in the Premier League, if all these clubs have scouting networks for players and managers, and you're telling me there's no one out there that is better than Ten Hag, so let's just put a story out there that we're gonna get a Southgate. So when we don't get him, everyone's like, "That was a close one."
No,
I'm sorry, but I'm not believing that. I'm not believing that.
Yeah. I listen. I do get what you're saying. I also look, whatever you say. Like certain people just want you to be. I love this. As all that gaslighting Terry did about the backroom team for first choice Southgate, but it isn't again. But what you're doing, Maradon, is all surface level. And as a Man United fan, acting like a rival right now is crazy to me. I've already said these people that we have running the club, on paper and with their CVs and what they've done in the past, know what they're doing more so than the bankers and the accountants that we had. I'm going to give it time to see the fruits of the labor. Before I do what you've just done, Maradon, and bent over and opened your ass crack to the world. Because then if it starts going well, Maradon, you're the one who's going to look silly. I'm not stating that everything is going to be perfect from the beginning. I'm not stating that everything is going to go swimmingly from day one and they're not going to make mistakes. All I'm stating is I'm not showing my backside at the first sign of trouble, because things in rebuilds often get worse before they get better. And this is typical through life. And Man United fans have got to wake. The problem is with a lot of Man United fans is that they have been deluded for 10 years that just sacking a manager and bringing in somebody, quote unquote, better was going to fix us. And they still have that mindset of, well, this guy's not good enough. Well, have you looked at the situation we're in as a club? There's different managers for different scenarios and circumstances. And I am just going to give this time. And so far, there hasn't been an argument other than you're muddied to go against that. And at the end of the day, I do trust the backroom staff that are coming in. I do trust the names that are coming in to fix my club in the medium to long term. I never said it would be fixed within a season or two. So therefore, I'm not panicking at this point. And people are willing, feel free to make your predictions, where we'll finish and what's going to happen. And if you're right, I'll say, well done. If you're wrong, I'm sure you'll find a way of twisting it. It's as simple as that for me.
I need to challenge Staffy quick on that backroom staffing. I was dying to when he said this because
you just want to challenge me for the sake of challenging me. Go ahead.
No, because the thing is, I understand where you're coming from to a degree, because it's the similar argument I've made when people say, "Well, who do you want?" And it's like, yeah, it's not my job. They should have all the money and resources, right? But you trust this backroom staff, if they go and hire some manager you've never heard of from the Belgian league, right? Never heard of him, manager like Belgian league, and he hires them, you're going to trust them then that they know what they're doing. They've done their scouting, they've got all of that. Then you're happy with that. But these same
I didn't
people,
say that though, Lawless.
No, but you said that there's all these managers, they've got these massive scouting networks, all these leagues, there's managers we don't know about, right? So that's what I'm saying. If they go and sign some manager you've never heard of, right? You're saying that you have trust that they have those resources available to go and do that. But if they decide with their resources,
yeah, Dan,
with
you hit the nail on the head.
That Southgate or Ten Hag is the right choice, you don't trust it. So
no, hold on. So here's the thing. No, Lawless. But when I said that was an answer to you saying there's no better options out there than Southgate in a hypothetical world, and that was my answer to you. I didn't say that's what they should be doing anyways. Because by the way, I never said I trust them yet. I said I'm giving him a chance to do something where I'm like, you know what, you earned my trust. Because to me, trust is always earned. So that was an answer to.
So if you got Enzo, you would be cool with that. If it wasn't instead of Chelsea.
No, it's not that I would be cool with that. I would be like, okay, let me see how this goes. The only issue I have with the Southgate thing,
how it goes.
No, but I'll tell you what, because you're talking about.
That's why subjective.
No,
subjective opinion rather than objective.
No. Lawless talked about Southgate like he is the only option. I refuse to think that he is the only. No, yes, you did. You said what if he's the only option?
He said, mate. What if he's the only option available the best available who wants to work in that structure?
And that's why I said I refuse to believe that. I refuse that there's only one manager in this globe
but that's and Staffy, you're entitled to your opinion, but that is you being subjective.
But what are the odds that only one manager in the world?
Okay, but if you let me finish, this is the thing here, Staffy. I don't disagree with your opinion on Southgate. That I agree with, but it's about being objective. Because I think Dan's hit the nail on the head. Because I believe there are multiple sections of Man United fans who, depending upon the manager we pick, will have the same reaction as you. Some will get behind Southgate, some won't. Some will get behind McKenna, some won't. He's not coming now, of course. Some will get behind De Zerbi. Some will go crazy if we get him. Man United fans, and this is the point, you will get this same reaction from multiple fans. There are people out there that think De Zerbi is absolute garbage. There are people that love him. The problem is and I understand why, we have no faith in the people that run our club, generally speaking, because for 10 years, they've run it into the ground. But for me, the reason why I'm not having the same reaction I normally do is because we have new people running the club. I'm not going to be going crazy over the top if we get a manager I love. So this is the balance to it. If we get De Zerbi, who I like, I'm not going to go, we're balling next year, we're back. I'm going to be just as tempered and reserved as if we get Southgate, who I don't want. Because for me, I want to wait until I can see the wood for the trees before I really give an opinion. It's not about checking out. It's about being objective from the beginning and allowing the new ownership enough time to create something at the club. I get what you're saying, earning their trust. And I agree with you on that. But I don't believe as fans we have to check out, be frustrated and annoyed from day one. We don't need to put extra toxicity, frustration, anger, and angst towards the team. We don't need to do that at this point.
I'm not adding anything. I just listen, at the end of the day, let's just
checking out. You're not adding positivity if you're checking out.
But checking out is not adding anything. It's just like I'm taking myself.
You're not adding. Yeah, but you're taking away.
Not adding positivity doesn't mean you're adding negativity.
Because you're subjectively upset.
It's not. But at the end of the day, let's just be very honest, though. Like, let's just if we're being honest about the name itself, Southgate. As much as Lawless wants to say here, say that I'm not being that I'm being subjective. That I'm basically gonna give someone else a chance, it's not him. At the end of the day, this guy is a proven loser, anyways. Like, let's just be very honest with what it is. Because all this, I was just trying to be as objective as possible. The reason Southgate is an issue compared to everyone else, especially managers that we might know, he's a proven loser. Why would you bring me a proven loser on an international club level to make me think that this guy's going to take me anywhere? Like, it doesn't take. I don't have to be
subjectively. I completely agree with you. Objectively, I'm giving it time because we don't know everything, and that's the thing. We don't know what we don't know in this circumstance.
I know he's a loser. That's what I know.
Yeah, and I
Who's
understand that.
going to lose in football? Like really, that you're looking at.
But this is what I mean about all the managers that are available. There is a question mark and a loser question mark over the vast majority of them, which is why you could have this conversation with anyone. But look, viewers, I want to get your views. I want to get your opinions on this in the comments section below. Don here says, if Southgate wins the Euros, would you, man, be more? That's a great question. If he won the Euros this summer, Staffy, would your mind change?
You know, actually, I'm so happy that we got to this. Can we move on actually to the England team? Because I'm ready to give my prediction.
We're gonna do.
You're not winning the Euros.
Okay, but that isn't the question. Okay, but answer the question.
You're not winning the Euros.
That isn't. No, that's not answering the question. That is being obtuse. If we win the Euros, so we go against what you think and we win it, would you then change your mind about Southgate because he wouldn't be a loser anymore?
Terry, but like it's like you asking me what happens if you win $1 million. I'm not going to win $1 million. You're not going to win the Euros.
Answer the question. You said he's a loser. If he isn't a loser anymore, would you change your mind?
Would I change my mind? I'm a
this
stubborn
is
person,
the problem with
no.
subjective thinking is that your pride gets in the way.
No, I was going to say I would probably say no because I'm a very stubborn person, and low key I would find a way to just make it sound like it's a fluke. I just know myself.
So I know, but if he did you said it's like impossible. There's no chance. If he did that,
but Lolix, it won't happen. I'm telling you, it will not happen. I have
zero knockout football, my friend.
Brother, I will tell you, I could bet with you right now. There's no way you're winning this tournament. I'm telling you from now, you're not winning it. You'd be lucky to get past the quarterfinals, if I'm being honest with you.
Clip it.
I have no problem at all. This English team that Southgate selected this year compared to the last 3 tournaments is the worst out of the 3. You are not winning anything with this team.
Because Man United.
I want to do this. You know when you get to predict the bracket, basically who qualifies.
Yeah, we'll be doing that next week's show.
I actually want to do that because I don't know how it would pan up to be if England get first or second. So I want to see their path. But
yeah, we'll be doing that on next. Yeah, we'll be doing that on next week's shows. Before the tournament begins, we'll be touching on that. We'll come back to that stuff a little bit later in the show. Viewers, make sure you hit the like button for us.